Gabe.
Isaac.
Now let's be cordial. All right. Welcome to Ramen Rant. I'm Isaac.
I'm Gabe.
And we're going to go ahead and get ranting. So we're changing things up a little bit this week. So we've noticed that our videos are getting to be a little bit too long. So every Tuesday we're going to rant, and every Thursday we're going to go ahead and do the game. What's our rant about this week, Gabe?
Kansas. Home sweet home.
Or is it?
Dun dun dun.
So personally, I'm not really a huge fan of Kansas.
I mean, I would prefer somewhere else, but it's not a bad state to live in. I mean, it has its. I'll agree. It has its pros and cons, but
I just don't really like it. You know, it's windy, it's cold, it rains and then stops raining instantly. There's no consistency here, and I think that's why I don't like it. It's like there's no so in most places they have spring and they have fall and summer and winter. In Kansas you have summer and you have winter.
in the same day.
And there's no in between. There's no fall and there's no spring. It's just summer, winter. It's either 118 degrees or negative 25. No in between.
It keeps things interesting. I mean,
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
It does the opposite of that.
You gotta always be prepared, man. Boy Scouts, come on. Gotta
Were
be
you a
up for
Boy
anything.
Scout, Gabe?
No, I was not. I was not a Boy Scout.
I don't know. Personally, if I could live anywhere, I'd go somewhere warm.
Somewhere always warm.
Always warm.
Always warm. So not Alaska.
Oh gosh, no. Goodness, no, man.
Too cold. You hate the cold.
Oh, I can't stand it.
So this 30-degree weather for you is not cutting it.
No, this is too chilly. Right now, it's like 35 outside.
I think so. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Why does it need to be that cold?
I mean, seasons. You gotta keep things going, keep things alive. Get cycle of life.
Where would you live here if you had the option? Honestly, I want to know your opinion.
Honestly, no, but it's not that bad, and I can see why people would want to live here and keep a family and grow the family here because of the Four Seasons thing is kind of cool. Like coming from California, we didn't get four seasons. There was only pretty much summer and spring. I didn't get to experience that kind of stuff. Like here, that was my first time really experiencing snow, and I was 14 years old, and that was the coolest thing ever.
Oh, I hate snow. And you know the worst part about snow, Gabe? Okay, so about 2 days after it snows, at first it's fine, it's white, it looks nice. 2 days later, it's brown and it's slushy. Because cars drive and they just throw this stuff all over the place, and it's gross.
That's true. It ruins the after the immediate snowfall. It ruins the serenity behind it and how pretty it is. But I mean, it gives you something to do. If you're you can go have a snowball fight. You can go make snowmen. I mean, sadly, this last couple of years we haven't had the right kind of snow that's stuck.
We've had ice.
Yeah, because it just melts and then freezes again and melts and freezes again.
It's horrible. Yeah. Black ice is the worst.
It's gross.
Because it's you don't know it's there, and then you just start hydroplaning.
Yeah, it's sketchy. It is even walking down the street, you could just slip and fall, and unless you got Doc Martens or something. But it's not a safe.
I've got Doc Martens. I've got Dockers, and they even slip.
Oh, podcast.
My non-slips make me slip. For work, I've got non-slips, and you'll be walking, and you'll just eat it. You will eat it on the black ice because you don't know it's there.
Yeah, I mean,
you ever seen that video? That really funny video with a guy, and he's running, or no, he's shoveling his driveway, right? And he starts slipping and falling, and then he barely catches himself on a door. That's me every winter here, every winter, without fail.
Yeah, and that kind of does suck, but I mean.
And I walk to college. I walk to school.
Yeah, I used to walk to high school, and that kind of sucked. But I mean, the summers. Do you like the heat then?
Yeah, but summers here aren't just heat; they're wind also.
And the I'm not a fan of the humidity.
I love humidity.
You like the humidity?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the humidity.
I love the humidity because it's you can be running. If you're a runner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be running. And your lungs aren't gonna get all worn out.
Dry. like you'll feel it like in the back of your throat.
Mhm.
That's kind of true, and that you definitely get during the cold. It, like your lungs get tight, and it's
Oh, I
harder to
know.
breathe. And
I know. I don't run in the winter. Granted, I don't run much anymore in the summer, but I definitely don't run in the winter.
I mean, running's always been kind of a fall thing anyway, but
No, I don't know why they have cross country in the fall here. That's horrible. Make it midsummer.
right in the dead of heat.
Dead of heat, humidity, I'm in. Florida is. I love Florida because you can run like crazy there.
You get heat stroke there too.
You can.
I mean, Gatorades came from Florida. Come on.
Well, yeah. Okay, if you could live anywhere, where would you live, though? You never answered the question. Would you stay in the Midwest?
I mean, I would kind of like to go back to California. Like the weather was nicer. Growing up there,
It's expensive, though.
it is. That's one of the few things that's like that kind of sucks. But then again, I don't really know much else. I mean, I would like to travel more and kind of experience more things, both outside of country and inside country. But I mean, Kansas isn't that bad. I did like California more, but I mean that's my opinion.
I don't know. I love travel, man. I can't stand Kansas because it's flat and there's nothing to do.
Yeah,
But it's got the homey feel. It's home for me, you know. It's where I grew up. It's never gonna leave my heart. But goodness, I would rather live somewhere else.
It is. It does get boring and
Tuition's way cheaper here. That's why I'm here.
It's supposed to be cheaper in general, like taxes and then like the land and like everything's kind
Well,
of just
it's
cheaper.
in-state. It's in-state tuition
In-state tuition.
as opposed to out-of-state. Yeah, that's the only reason why I'm here.
That's
But
true.
that's okay.
That is true.
Anyway, tell us what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you like Kansas if you live here? Do you love where you live, where you're at now? Or are you like Gabe, where you just love everything because you're weird?
Hey, what's wrong with having a little bit of everything? Sometimes
It's
the
not a
way to
little bit
live.
of everything. It's one or the other. It's cold or it's hot. Or it's cold and hot. At the same time.
Yeah, same time.
You don't understand what's going on. Your body's confused. You're dizzy. You're like, what's going on? The doctor looks at you and goes, you okay? I say, no, I'm in Kansas. And he goes, understandable. When your doctor tells you understandable, that you're dizzy because it's cold and hot at the same time, you know you're living in the wrong place.
It's like an internal tornado. 'Cause that's what.
And tornadoes. What the heck? I actually really enjoy watching tornadoes.
I feel like I'd be afraid of them. Like
I like them.
I'd be freaked out. I mean, I haven't really seen a tornado. I'm more used to earthquakes, but it's funny watching people freak out about earthquakes.
Yeah, people freak out about tornadoes here too, and we're like, oh, the tornado siren's going off. Okay, how close is it? Let's check Google Maps.
I'm not a fan.
If it gets to like a mile, 2 miles, then go in the basement. If it doesn't, we'll be alright.
I mean, I don't like this. Like the sound of the alarms themselves is kind of nerve wracking because it's so loud. and
Every
it's like-
Monday.
Yeah, I hate that.
Do they do that testing in California?
No, there wasn't really anything you had to worry about. I mean, when you're closer to the coast, it's like you have the tsunami warnings, but it never happens on the west coast. It always happens on the east coast.
That's fair.
I mean, all we had was the earthquakes, but nothing was ever really dangerous. It was like, oh, something fell on the counter. Oh, this something like the telephone pole shaking, and it's like sometimes that was fun to watch. Like a building's literally
Doing the
waving,
worm.
and it's like, is it okay? But everything was because we were just prepared for it. It was just how life was. It was just I don't know.
That makes sense.
Like how here it's like tornadoes aren't a big deal. There, earthquakes aren't a big deal. It happens
fair.
all the time.
That's fair. Well, tell us what you think. Comment, like, subscribe, coupon, whatever you like doing.
All that good stuff.
And always keep on ranting.